Good morning. We are getting a fresh start today. We are leaving Dubrovnik and heading off to Mostar in Bosnia. So right now we are headed to the car rental place to get our car. Gonna miss this view. All right, we just got the rental car and we are going to stop at an ATM to get some euros so that we're prepared once we get to Bosnia. This is gonna be our first time crossing a land border. We've heard mixed things about going from Croatia to Bosnia, so we're not really sure what to expect. Some people have smooth sailing, no issues at all, and some people say it's a mess, so we'll see.
I hope it's not the latter.
Yeah, I think we're prepared for anything though. At the car rental, they had us buy this green card that is supposed to give us access into Montenegro and Bosnia because they are not part of the EU. So hopefully that helps smooth our entry into Bosnia. But we'll see. Anything you want to add?
We read, it was kind of hard. There wasn't a lot of accurate information online. Some places said your car rental should come with this anyways. You shouldn't have to pay more. But then some people said that you do. It's like depends on the rental company. I don't know. It was only 50 euros. Like, I don't really care.
Yeah, basically the guy said that because we questioned if it includes the green insurance card, and he said it includes more than that. So I don't know if that's just his way of pitching it to us.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
whatever, we have what we need.
Yeah, like she said, it's only 50 euros, so it's worth the risk, I guess. We'll see.
And we have a cool Audi, manual Audi.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing to know. In Eastern Europe, it's really rare to come across an automatic car, and unfortunately I was never taught how to drive manual, so Katie's going to be responsible for driving on this trip. My life is in her hands now.
Should be fun.
But she has a nice Audi to drive, which is probably the nicest car you've ever driven.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so she'll have some fun with it.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. All right, we've been driving for about an hour and we're making a quick stop at a cafe. And so far, going all right. We had one hiccup. We accidentally bumped our mirror up against the side of a wall as we were driving. Roads are pretty narrow here, as you can imagine, so hopefully we don't get charged for that. Okay, you got our iced coffee, which is apparently a
iced espresso.
Not a super common thing to get in Croatia. They looked at her kind of funny.
I just had to go pee really bad.
Well, a couple things we've noticed while being in Croatia. One, it's really hard to get quick bites somewhere. Like, they don't have any fast food restaurants or delis or anything like that where you can just stop by, pick it up and go. Even with like coffee, that's been hard to find. And two is, if you look on Google Maps for a restaurant or a cafe or anything, you'll find something and go there and it will be non-existent anymore, even though on Google Maps it'll say it's open. So it's not totally 100% up to date. I don't know if that's just COVID related or if that's typical here, but it's been making finding restaurants and cafes a little bit more challenging. But we're good now, and now we're gonna head to the border. Katie is doing very well.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I scraped the mirror.
Yeah, you're fine. It can happen anywhere. There are a couple different routes to get to Bosnia from Dubrovnik, and we chose the route that took us along the coast, and I think we made the right choice. It's been absolutely beautiful driving across Croatia. All right, we're approaching the border crossing. Not as much traffic as I was anticipating, so I think that's a good sign.
Where do I go?
Just keep going, keep going. Follow the arrows. And this is where we wait. Hopefully not too long. How you doing, Katie?
Okay. I drive too slow for everyone. Everybody passes me. I don't know if the speed limit signs are actually the speed limit or if it's like the minimum.
I think they're the speed limit, and they.
Okay, well everybody's going like double that, so yeah. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I don't want to get a ticket. so I'm just gonna go slow.
You're fine. All right, so we just got through the border control and it took like 5 minutes. They pretty much just looked at our passports and our car insurance and they let us go through. They didn't even stamp anything. So I think that's a good sign, right? I don't know, like I said, this is our first time, so we didn't really know what to expect. But I thought they'd at least stamp it.
I thought so too.
But maybe not.
Maybe they don't do that for like road crossings?
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, because how do they know that you're in, like, don't they stamp it to know how long you're in
Right,
this country for?
right. So we made it through all right, and that was easy, I guess. Like I said before, we've heard a lot of different stories. People say that it's been simple for them, and it's been a nightmare, and everything in between, and fortunately for us, it was very easy. So onwards and upwards. Now we're making our way into Bosnia, and we're gonna actually stop at Kravica Waterfalls, which is maybe an hour and 20 minutes from where we're at right now. And then it's about another 40 minutes to Mostar. But this waterfall looked really cool. We weren't really planning on stopping at it originally, but we just noticed it along the way and figured why not stop while we're in the area. So we're gonna check that out right now.
Also, there's a nun driving behind me who I'm apparently going way too slow for, so.
Katie can't even keep up with the nuts here. Pretty impressed with the infrastructure so far in Bosnia. These tunnels are some of the nicest I've ever seen. Just as I said that the infrastructure in Bosnia was great, we got on this road here, which is not as great. It seems like they're currently constructing a new major highway. And so we got to drive on a portion of it for a while, but a lot of it still has a long way to go before it's fully complete. So until then, we got these switchbacks to enjoy. All right, we made it to the waterfall, finally. It costs 20 Bosnian marks per person to get in, so 40 total. And we were a little concerned at first. It was difficult to get Bosnian marks in Croatia, and so we pretty much just had to exchange the little Croatian kunas that we had left. And
wait, so you couldn't take marks out of the ATM?
No.
At the bank?
No.
Could you take euros? Or
no,
euros
no. It was just kunas. So that's why I just get.
So you had to take kunas out of the ATM
and then exchange it. But the rate, it would have cost, like, because I would have had to be penalized to take it out and then penalized for the exchange. So I just gave him my kunas I had. So it only left us with like 70 Bosnian marks. But fortunately here they took credit card. We've heard that it's a very cash-based society here. So we're fortunate that we didn't have to actually spend any of our cash that we currently have. But we made it to the waterfall, and so far, from afar away, it looks very beautiful. Wow, this is really cool. Very beautiful, and the water is super clear. It's clearly a very popular spot to go for locals. Even today, which is Tuesday afternoon, it's very busy. I'm sure on weekends it gets crazy. So this region's been experiencing a really large drought over the last 3 months. It literally hasn't rained a single drop in 3 months. I think that's going to change this week, but because of that, all the greenery around the waterfalls is kind of wilted right now, and the waterfalls themselves I think are typically flowing a lot more aggressively, but obviously it's still very beautiful to see right now. But I'm sure in like spring, that's the best time of the year to go see it. The water's a lot colder than we anticipated it would be, but it's very refreshing. All right, we just finished up at the waterfall, making our way back up the stairs to the car, and then gonna drive the last 50 minutes to Mostar for the night. Hopefully get in before the sun sets. Never get away from stairs. We're approaching Mostar. I did not realize that there is these massive mountains that surrounded the city. They say that it gets so hot in Mostar in the summer because it's in this valley surrounded by all these mountains. And they're not lying, it gets easily in the 90s, a lot of times in the hundreds, 110s. But this is beautiful. And we made it. Katie got us here safe and sound.
Barely.
I'll take it. And we made it to our Airbnb. We're right in the heart of the city center. And look at this, our hosts even graciously got us a complimentary bottle of wine to share after a long day of travel for us. Oh man. And we got this amazing view. Let's see if I can open this door. This is our view for the next few days.
This is so pretty.
Yeah, it is. Alright, I think that's going to be about it for us tonight. We'll explore the city tomorrow, if the weather allows us. It's supposed to be crappy tomorrow, so we'll see.